Whatever. Is the audio clear for some people? Rajgopal, is it clear now?
Now it is okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's read now. Chapter 16. Yevam pravrittidam chakram nanavarthaya itihad agayu indriyaramo mogam bhata sajivati. Actually, this sloka is connected to the previous topic. What is the previous topic? The human being and the demigods have an arrangement. What is the arrangement? To perform yajna. So when they perform yajna, the demigods are pleased and they shower all the necessities for the human being to practice and progress in the transcendental life. Right? So when they don't do it, then their life becomes difficult. So that is the context. So we'll just read the translation. My dear Arjuna, one who does not follow human life, the cycle of sacrifice thus established in the Vedas, certainly leads a life full of sin. Living only for satisfaction of the senses, such a person lives in vain. So human life means it is performance of sacrifices, performance of yajna. If you don't do that, then what happens? They are continuously exploiting this material nature for the enjoyment, for the satisfaction of the senses. So one may think, okay, everything is fine now, I'm enjoying, so what is the problem? They can go on, but he's not. What he's thinking is the karma that he's accumulating, that he will suffer in the next life. So hence, how did the Lord make this arrangement? He created what is Vedas. Vedas is nothing but the knowledge. Knowledge about the Prakriti, knowledge about the transcendental plane, knowledge about one's relation with the Supreme, and knowledge how to reach the Supreme. So the entire literature was compiled and it was given to the human beings. Apart from giving this literature, the Lord also sent the knowledge of sacrifices. So the sacrifice is an arrangement between Jivatmas and the demigods. Now, Krishna is called Bhoktaram. Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasham Sarvaloka Maheshwar. So it means you may be thinking that you're performing a yajna or a sacrifice for the pleasure of demigod, but actually who's the beneficiary? Is Supreme Lord Vishnu. So that way, by establishment of some sacrifices, the demigods will shower all the mercy. Now here in this sloka, Krishna is trying to tell that one who does not perform this yajna or sacrifice, then what is happening to him? He's only performing sinful life. Sinful life means sinful reactions, for which he has to suffer many lives. So he says, intelligence is this. So that's the sloka is complete. Okay, is it clear? Okay, so we'll see. It's very important to connect sloka after sloka. If you don't connect, then you will not understand the full subject. Okay, so please, what is rule number one? One, connect with your previous slokas, get the bigger picture. Now, why Krishna is talking this to Arjuna? All right, the bigger picture you have to connect. How to get that? After going back home, please read the purport of the slokas that we are teaching you. If you don't read the purport, it is like, it's called volatile in nature. You know what's volatile? So let's say you have a wall here. I sprinkle some water. It will look wet now. But after 10 minutes, what will happen? Right. That's how knowledge becomes. Okay, it's volatile in nature. So it will evaporate. So how do you stop evaporation? When your memory is still fresh, read it out once. All the purpose for the slokas that we spoke about. Then what happens? It remains firm in your heart. That is important. See, please practice. It is systematic study. It is not a haphazard study. Okay, 17 sloka. Yes, Atma Ratit Yevasya Atma Triptascha Manavaha Atmani Evacha Santustas Tasya Karyam Na Vidyate. So now Krishna is now talking about self-realization. Okay. So now what is self-realization? Now he's telling there are two kinds of people. One, Arjuna is telling, hey, why can't I practice Buddhi Yoga? So now Krishna is telling Arjuna that if one is mature in his consciousness, one who realizes the purpose of human life and who understands all the scriptural injunction, and based on all these three developments, one who is renounced in his heart, that means he does not want any more material activities, such a person can practice Jnana Yoga. So that's what he's trying to conclude here, right? So let's read that. But one who takes pleasure in the self, whose human life is only self-realization, who's satisfied in the self, fully satiated, for him there is no duty. Okay? So now Arjuna asked, you are asking me to discharge my duty, but when I move to the platform of Buddhi Yoga, I don't need to discharge my duties. So that's what Krishna is confirming. Why? So for example, someone has come to the platform of understanding the entire subject. He has renounced in his heart. So for him, there is no need to perform any material activities. A karma yogi has to perform material activities, right? But in the platform of Buddhi, he does not discharge any duties, or he need not perform any material activities. Is this clear? He need not perform any material activities because there is no need for him to have any sensory pleasure on this material plane. So there's no need. Activities could be there. You may be just doing it. For example, yes, I have to eat, otherwise I have to die. Yes, I will eat. But I am not eating to enjoy my senses. So that means he may do some material activities as a matter of fact, but he need not do it. Point. Okay. So now for Arjuna, it was you have to discharge your duties. Why? Because hey, still that maturity of self-realization has not happened. Arjuna, is better you do practices of karma yogi, still in a neophyte stage, karma kami. Correct? By practice of karma yoga for a longer time, then what do? You acquire knowledge, you acquire renunciation, you acquire detachment, then you're able to practice on a higher platform. Until then, you have to do discharge of duty. So you don't have excuse. Is it clear? Yeah.
Please give an example of self-realized person.
So here Krishna is explaining, no, we have cases of Atma Rama. Okay. What is an Atma Rama? I'm not talking about Atma Rama from a context of what the Lord is. I'm talking Atma Rama in the context of a self-realized person. For a self-realized person, he is completely satisfied in his inner heart. There's no desire that he has, that he wants to run after on this material plane. Any material activity, whether good or bad, does not disturb him. He is a sthita prajna. He is complete in the state of steady state mentality. He doesn't get bewildered. So, for example, Srila Prabhupada was awarded with a Rolls-Royce car and said, hey, you can travel in this car. He is completely detached person. He is fully realized. So the Rolls-Royce car did not bewilder Srila Prabhupada. Oh, now see, because I'm a guru, I got a Rolls-Royce car, so I can enjoy it. No. completely detached person. But on the other hand, if someone who is wearing a robe of a sannyasi, acting like a sannyasi, if he was given a Rolls Royce car, what would happen to him? He would have got attracted to it and he would have fallen down. Right? So you see the difference? That is the difference we talk about. Right? So for Arjuna, what Krishna is telling? No, Arjuna, you're not yet ready. You better discharge your duty. What's your duty? Fight. Yeah. So now, Arjuna is you. Whatever your duty you're doing, as a Vaishya, or Kshatriya, or Brahmana, or wherever you fall under, you continue to do your duty. But while you do your duty, you practice your devotion service, which will purify your duty. That means your Karma Yoga is a constant purification of platform, which will make you progression. Is this clear? Is this clear with what Prabhupada is telling us? Huh? Okay. Now we'll go to the next slide. Huh? So 3.18. Naivadasya kritanartho na kritena kaschana achasya sarvabhuteshu kaschit artha vyapashrayah. Look at what Krishna is trying to tell you. He said, there is no need for a self-realized soul to perform any material activities. A self-realized man has no purpose to fulfill in the discharge of prescribed duties. There is nothing he has to do. Okay? So this you can consider equivalent to someone who has completed the ashrama of Grihastha and going to the ashram of Vanaprastha. In a Vanaprastha stage, what happens? One is retired. Government also tells, retire from material life. So here you retire from your material activities. Then what you need to do? Your duty is to only perform activities on the plane of transcendence. There's nothing else you need to do. But if a devotee is not realized, in the stage of retirement also, what does he do? He'll say, yeah, my job I retired, but I'll start a small business. Okay? Okay, if there's no business, I have enough money, then what I'll do? I join a club. I join a club of philanthropists for a mode of goodness people, or I join a club of golf club, race club for passionate people. So like that you join certain clubs, Lions Club, Rotary Club, this club, that club. Why? Because you want to kill your time. That means there's no realization. You see? You see what's happening in reality? So that is the point to understand here. So hence, Krishna says, you can discharge, there's no purpose to fulfill discharge of prescribed duties. Nor he has any reason not to perform such a work. So, for example, let's take someone wants to breathe. You have to breathe. You have to take oxygen and you have to leave oxygen. And how long you have to do until you're alive. But if you look at in reality, whether you're aware or you're unaware, you're breathing in an automatic manner. So similarly, this person who's in the platform of Buddhi Yoga, he does his activities as a matter of it has to be done. Shastra has told that, so, but no attachment to it. I am not expecting any results out of it. That means whether he does the activity or he doesn't do the activity, there is no change at all. Are you getting this point? Then Krishna says, nor he has any need to depend on any other living being. So here living being includes demigods also. Which means what? He need not perform that sacrifice also. Oh demigod, oh Indra, I'm performing sacrifice, give me rains so that my farmland will become nourished. I can get rice, paddy and out of this. He need not even do that. This is what the Lord is trying to educate Arjuna. Oh, sorry, repeat your question. See, self-realization can happen in a grihastha, in a vanaprastha, and sannyasa. It need not be in sannyasa. There are many sannyasis who are not self-realized. The many grihasthas who are self-realized. That means self-realization is a factor of practice and dedication in one's life. Okay. In any ashramas, they can become self-realized. There is not required you need to be in sannyasa. That's the point. No, we talked about Siddha Prajnana, the qualities. That is called self-realized. Self-realized means one who understands himself, one who understands the Lord, one who understands his relationship with the Lord, one who understands his final destiny, and what practices he has to make according to the scriptural injunction. That means he has knowledge about all these things and leads a life accordingly. Okay. So is this clear? So this person need not depend on anything. He says that is a person who is on the platform of Buddhi Yoga. Okay, so we'll go to the next. Now, Arjuna is asking, Tasmat, therefore, asakta satatam karyam karma samachara asakto hi acharan karma param apnoti purushaha. Translation. Therefore, without the attachments of activities, one should do as a matter of duty, for by working without attachment, one attains the supreme. So Krishna is giving the real clue of attaining the supreme, attaining the final fruit of Bhakti Yoga practice. So what is it? You might do an activity, either on the material plane to take care of your body, take care of your family, take care of your life. You might do a discharge of duty even on the spiritual plane. It does not matter. But whatever you do, you say, I'm doing because Shastra has told. What is the meaning of Shastra has told I'm doing? I am not attached to the results. If you are attached to the results of it, then what happens? You will try to determine the outcome of your activity. To determine the outcome of the activity favorable to you, you will manipulate in order to get the outcome, and that is poor consciousness. Yes or no? You will do things, you will make things change to the things in order to get an outcome which will satisfy your senses. And that is not bhakti. So hence Krishna says, do your duty as a matter of fact. So hence he is telling Arjuna, now renounce yourself. Renounce means here what? Don't be attached to the outcome of the war. Don't be attached to the people that you are fighting against in the war. Just do this war, fight as a matter of duty. That's it, Arjuna. Go fight. Look at this brilliance. What was Arjuna said earlier? He was fearful, he was attached, he was worrying about the reactions of the activity that he's going to perform. Every aspect he was there, which Krishna said, oh, this is avaran karma, Arjuna. That will cause you only bondage to this material life. Don't do that, Arjuna. So now Krishna is clearly clarifying what is the consciousness of a person in Buddhi Yoga. So now, what is Krishna going to tell? What's the best guess anyone can tell? He's going to tell, as you perform your duty, Arjuna, demonstrate qualities of Buddhi Yoga. Right? That he will say is perfection. Okay, now let's see what he's going to say. Okay, 3.20. Karmanaiva hi samsiddhim astita janakadayam Lok sangraham evapi samspashyam kartam arhasi. Okay, so now there is a challenge. What is the challenge? Arjuna is now claiming to Krishna that, what if I am mature? What if I am self-realized? What if I know the details of all these things? Then why should I fight? Okay? So you got the conversation now? Now Arjuna is turning the table and he's telling Krishna, you are telling me if I'm realized, if I'm matured, if I'm into that platform, yes, I don't need to do my discharge my duty, which is to fight. I don't want to fight now. So now what I'm telling you is, assume that I am mature. Assume that I'm self-realized. Then in that case, what should I do? That is the consciousness Arjuna is now showing. So hence Krishna is replying. He's replying in this sloka. What is he telling? He's telling, kings such as Arjuna attain perfection solely by performance of prescribed duties. Therefore, just for the sake of educating the people in general, you should perform your duty. So that means now Krishna is telling Arjuna, Arjuna, evolve, become a leader now. And he's giving an example of Arjuna, it's Janaka Maharaj. See, Janaka Maharaj is one of the Mahajanas. He is completely realized soul. So now what Janaka Maharaj said, okay, I can just go to the forest, like Kardama Muni, search and go of Krishna Prema, leave my body and done. But he didn't do that. What did he do? He became a king, and in his position as a king, he discharged his duty, setting an example of what an exemplary Vaishnava should be. That is the role of a Mahajan. Example is, so by seeing Janaka Maharaj, what happened to you? Hey, he is a great Vaishnava. He's doing his duties, and still he is attaining the lotus feet of the Supreme. So, now what Krishna is trying to tell you? Yes, you may be matured, Arjuna, but still I want you to play the role of a leader. So what's the role of leader? Continue to perform your duty, which will not affect you, but become a role model for the whole world. Okay, so he's telling, taking the example of Janaka Maharaj, right? So what happened in the life of Janaka Maharaj? He not only established dharma that people were to practice in his kingdom, he ensured that the four pillars of religion stood still and tall, and by his own life and practice, role model, how to become a great personality in practicing spiritual life. So now what will happen? Hey, my Maharaj king, look at him, how he is. I also want to be like that. So by looking at him, the Jana, the people in the kingdom, they also want to practice. So Krishna is now telling Arjuna, you are a Kshatriya. There are many Kshatriyas. They should look at you and follow the same principles, how to be a Kshatriya. Right? Do your duty in that consciousness. Okay? Is this conversation clear now? Okay, so let's go to the next part. So now comes that sloka. He's telling how to become a leader in sloka number 21. Yad yad acharati shreshtas tat tat eva tarojana sayat pramanam kurute lokastat anuvattate. Whatever action a great man performs, common men follow. And whatever standards he set by exemplary acts, all the world use. When Lord Ram came, he set an example how to be a king, a bona fide king under all conditions. Ram demonstrated renunciation to the highest standard. Evening, the previous day evening, Vasishta called Ram and said, you and Sita should now sit in the yajna and perform all purificated process because tomorrow is coronation. All the tirtha waters, the holy water will be poured on you. You will become purified and the crown will sit on your head. So for that you have to go through all this process now. So Ram and Sita, they're performing the great yajna the previous day night, under the guidance and supervision of Dasharatha Maharaj. Look at Ram's consciousness. My father has told me, okay, I'll sit and do. Guru has told me, I'll sit and do. Next day morning, KK comes and tells him, no, 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 whatever you did is all waste. No, please, no more. You're no more the king. You're no more the king. Not only you're no more the king, you have to even go to the forest to renounce everything and go away. Oh, is it? Okay, then I leave. So, you see, he's setting an example. How to be detached. Do it as a matter of duty. So, this is how an example of great leaders. Even today, Lord Ram ruled when approximately what? 8 lakh plus about 1 lakh, 9 lakhs. And that is about how many years? That is 12 lakhs. So, what 20 lakh years back. 20 lakh years back, Lord Ram ruled the world. Okay, now we are sitting in Kali Yuga. After 20 lakh years, we're all getting attracted to Ram. We are all getting attracted to Ram Raja. When we hear Ramayana, we fall in love with Lord Ram and we want to follow his principles. So many people, hey, Lord Ram, under all circumstances, had only one wife. I will also live like that. Lord Ram was truthful. I also live like that. Look at it. So this sloka stands good. Srila Prabhupada, right? Look, he set an example to the whole world. How to practice bhakti. How to practice pure Vaishnava qualities, how to develop those qualities. He set an example under all conditions. It is not that he told, hey, you smoking is very bad, huh? Don't smoke. After that, go outside and I'll smoke. That's not leadership. Right? So leader has to live life, demonstrate those qualities, and then do it. So hence Krishna is telling Arjuna, you be that leader now. By your life, by you becoming a wonderful Kshatriya, you're going to demonstrate how to discharge duty without attachment. Right? Sloka is clear? Under what context he's telling this? This is a famous sloka, but people don't know how to apply it. So management people, they'll take it and apply in different manner. So you have to do a continuously understand the context. Next sloka. 22. We'll do 3 more slokas so that we'll cover this topic at least. Name Partasti Kartavyam Trishu Lokeshu Kinchana Anavatavyam Varta Eva Chakarmani. So now Krishna is going to go to the next level of explanation about leadership. O son of Pratap, there is no work prescribed for me within all these 3 planetary systems. Now I am in want of anything, nor I have need to obtain anything, and yet I am engaged in prescribed duties. Now Krishna is trying to talk about himself. So what's he saying? Oh, Arjuna, I am the creator. I don't need anything from this creation. I am Swaraj. I am completely independent. I am Atmarama. I am always satisfied. Yet, I perform my prescribed duties. Right? Today you see, the nature has to work. The 3 modes of nature works. The sun works, the moon works, all the Vayu works. Every demigod is doing the work, but who's making it to do the work? The demigods are doing the work as a facilitators of this activity of the material world. The Lord is doing that as a person who's sanctioning that. So, even though they are completely Swaraj, that means independent of the outcome of this, still they are doing their prescribed duties. So, Lord is taking his own example. Am I in need of your needs? No, but I'm doing my duty. So, why you should shy away from doing your duty? Lord is Atmarama. So, even though I'm Atmarama, I'm still doing my duty. So, you go do your duty. Okay? So now we don't have a choice. Oh, Prabhuji, I've read the Bhagavatam left to right. I know all the 700 slokas of Gita. I know everything, Prabhu. I will not no more do any more service now. I'll just chant my 16 notes and keep quiet. If someone offers food, I'll eat and eat. But I'll just keep quiet. You have to do your duty under all circumstances. But your duty may change. In the Karma Kandi platform, you are doing duty for your material life, maintenance of your body and etc. etc. But in the next higher platform, you're doing duty for a higher purpose. But we don't know what the higher purpose is. Hence, the Guru is coming and telling us what the higher purpose is. And what is he referring to? He's referring to the Shastras and Vedic injunctions. That's it. Okay? So, any more lethargy of not doing your duty? Huh? Anyone has doubts now? Lord himself has shown by example. I am doing my duty. Right? Okay. So, you can read this purpose very beautifully. Prabhupada writes in this purpose. Okay, how Lord is doing his own duty. He's talking about the sun. He's talking about various things. How they're all functioning. I'm not understanding. That's what I'm also talking. I didn't say don't do your duty. Otherwise, you will say, Prabhuji, I will sleep all 23 and a half hours time, so no offenses, Prabhu. That's why Lord made the body also in such a way that if you sleep more than a certain hours, you will die very quickly. Yes, no, Mataji? Yes. It is said, no, that if you just sit idle for 2 days or something like that, not doing any work, without sleep, you will die.
Without sleep for 4 days.
No, one is without sleep and without doing any work. Just sit, keep sitting for 2 days or something like that. It's there. 2 days or 3 days, you will die.
But they do yoga process. Yawning is not actually.
It is,
That's a different.
No, that is why they're using potency, yogic potency, they're doing it. Okay, 23. Yadihi yaham na varteyam jatu karmani atandritaha mama vartaman vartante manushyapata sarvashaha. Okay, now Krishna is telling, now what if I fail to perform my duties? Then what will happen? Oh, that Supreme Lord, he only didn't do all these things. So then I will also not do. Then what will happen? All illicit activities will happen. Progeny will be disorder. And this whole world will be chaos. Everyone will become miscreants. So Lord says, no, I have to do my duties and set an example at all times. So hence the translation. For if I ever fail to engage in carefully performing my prescribed duties, O Partha, certainly all men would follow my path. That means they will also say, I will also do on duty, I will also not duty. Right? This is an excuse. That will make the whole world fall down. So which is very dangerous, right? Yes or no? Yes. So hence Krishna is telling, you have to do your duties. Now why Krishna is telling this? Any guess? Why Krishna is giving such an instruction to Arjuna? You have to fight. Right? And fight in the consciousness that is purified. So that's the point. That means we have to also do your duty, but do our duty in exactly the same way Krishna is speaking to Arjuna. In the same way, we have to do it. The more renounced we are in doing our duty, you will see the 3 modes of material nature will never disturb our life. That means actually you will be an Atmarama. I'm very happy. Someone may come near your eyes and shout and scream and use bad words to you. You will see that you are not disturbed. Superb, no? Okay. So let's go to the next sloka, 24. Utsideyo ime loka na kogyam karma chetadam Shankarasya cha kartasyam upahanyam ima prajaha. Now, in this sloka, Krishna is now reiterating that previous point, right? About my duties. Who? The Lord's duties, right? What is saying? If I did not perform my prescribed duties, all these world will be put into ruination. That means ruination, what's completely gone, devastated. I would be the cause of creating unwanted population, poor unwanted population, demons. and I will then destroy the peace of all living beings. So that means Krishna is trying to conclude that even for a millisecond, I cannot deviate from performing my duty. So hence, Prabhupada says, Krishna conscious is something that we have to do 24/7, all the time. That's our duty. Right? It's true, no? Now, what Prabhupada created a plan is perfect. It's well sitting with what is being told in Bhagavad Gita. Huh?
There's 5 verses, if you look at it,
Huh.
and correlate the song, particularly the good state of what created,
Huh.
and how beautifully he discharged his responsibilities. And if you correlate this, if you look at so many sampradayas that may be not sure, even the societies, after the leaders, in 5 years or 7 years goes away, but Prabhupada, that 40 years back, 44 years, precisely, because he set up this example by exemplifying and following the footsteps of Krishna, Jajadachara, this is Asmat Sattvatam Karyam Shamachana, Loka Sangraha, and finally this particular verse. Prabhupada given so much of emphasis by walking the talk. He demonstrated it. Thereafter, asked the leader to follow his path, and not even a single moment he was 2 hours of sleep, but whole 22 hours of preaching. Right?
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So now, huh?
Sir, what if you do to something?
Yeah, he's setting an example. You have to. Now, Lord is trying to tell 2 things in this. The first, Yadil Acharati Streshas. Let us be a role model. People follow the role model. Okay. Now, Lord is telling great personalities like Janaka Maharaj set an example to the whole world, and people followed, they became successful. Why Janaka Maharaj? Even myself, I'm discharging duty, setting an example that everyone should perform their duties without pain. However, when people learn from the leaders, they will see, oh Krishna, you lifted Govardhan, so I also lift Govardhan. They will break their backs and bones. So that is not what to follow. So hence Krishna is trying to tell, look at my instruction, follow the instruction according to one's capacity. Why? Because he is Ishvara and we are Dasa. He is Ishvara means controller, we are Dasa. That means we have to understand our position. Okay. Krishna drank all the water in the ocean. You cannot drink all the water in the ocean. So you don't follow in an imitating mode. That is the point to understand. Right? Prabhupada did this, Prabhupada did that, I also do it. No. Prabhupada did that as set an example to us, but we take his instruction and then follow. That is important. For example, Haridas Thakur chanted 192 rounds in a secluded place. But for us, what's the instruction? You have to chant, but in association. So that is important. And that clarity is what is there in the Veda Shastra. Hence, the Lord, great personalities role model, but you have to practice the role model without imitation and take that instruction of the role model and practice. Okay, is this clear? The clarity is to follow, but not in a imitating mode. So that's what Prabhupada is trying to clarify. Okay, otherwise that what will happen. Oh Krishna, you had master dance, you had 16,000 wives, so I will also get married. Huh? So then this is what the problem. So don't do that. Okay, why? Why I can't marry 16,000 wives? Because I am not Ishwar. I am Dasya. I am not Purusha. He is Purusha. So he will marry 16,100, I will marry one and be happy with it. Okay, last sloka for the day. 3.25. Sakka karmani avidvamso yata kurvanti bharatam urya vidvams tata shaktas Chikitsistusangraham. Now he is trying to tell people performing with attachment and without attachment. He's telling people with knowledge, without knowledge. He's giving the clarity. Translation. As ignorant perform their duties with attachment to results, the learned may similarly act but without attachment for the sake of leading the people on the right path. So what does this mean? It means very simple. You will see that the karmakandis, they will come to the platform, okay, I will also perform activities, but their maturity is so less that they're very attached to the result. Okay? So first time of a new set of devotees, they come, you tell them what they will do. Oh, Prabhuji, you have to offer flowers to the Lord. He may buy some 3-4 colored flowers. He may offer it. Immediately come and tell, today, I only offer flowers. You see how beautiful they are. I did this Prabhu. I did that Prabhu. So you see, they're doing their activity, but they're very attached. Right? Huh?
Please, they do
That is a problem.
small permanent.
If the priest, when they do without attachment, they great devotees. For this people. They're doing everything with attachment for money, with results, profiting mode, fruitive mode, then difficult. So now, what we have to understand is, there are still two kinds of people who perform activities, one with attachment, one without attachment. Who is the one without attachment? Example is Janaka Maharaj, right? So what is he doing? He is performing his duty without attachment. But he is setting an example for others. So you don't get bewildered that, oh, these people are all doing with attachment, why should I not be? No, that's not the point. You're setting as a role model. Okay. Now, what is important to understand is, when new people come, or when immature people continue to perform activities with attachment in a wrong manner, allow them to do it. Don't try to correct to a consciousness that you are performing. Otherwise, what will happen? You will make their life miserable. They will run away. So hence, you have to give practices of Vaishnavism according to one's maturity, which they demonstrate over a period of time, according to their seriousness. So that's what Krishna is trying to say. He may continue to perform the duties with attachment of results, but a learned man may act without attachment, but he's only setting an example all the time. One day he'll realize, Prabhuji, I see you always doing this. Should I also do like that? If he comes and asks that question of realization, yes, Prabhu, if you can try to do that. He'll go to the next plan. He'll go to the next plan. Otherwise, what happens? We have this habit. Prabhuji, 3 days you attend Krishna conscious class? Yes. No demigod worship, henceforth. If you have any demigod pictures at home, everything you should know, right? Everything taken away. That's it. 4th class, he will be disappointed. He will never come to say. Huh? We will eat without onion garlic. He will say, oh, Prabhuji, I see that you don't eat onion. Is it true? Yeah, Prabhu, I don't like it. I don't eat. Otherwise, what other devotees will do? You eat onion? You will go to the market. Yamarth will put you on fry in oil. That's it. 100 kilometers away is gone away. So, you have to allow them to mature by practice of spiritual life in a very, very simple baby steps manner. But however, what you should do, you should always role model in a higher platform. So that way, you will embrace all kinds of devotees into this movement. Otherwise, you will chase them away. That's what the Lord is trying to teach you. He's teaching Arjuna. Look at the level. Lord is teaching Arjuna. Actually, Arjuna's position is what? The greatest bhakti yogi he is. Okay. But both of them are playing the role play. That means to take a devotee right from LKG, pre-kindergarten, all the way to PhD. So step by step, he's taking them. And that's how you have to understand Bhagavad Gita. Huh? I'm not able to answer most of your questions, Mataji. I don't know why.
So they'll understand the Raja is coming.
Ah.
They'll change. Some people understand and they need to be changed.
Okay, that is good for me. Right? If the change is good for you, if it's not changed, then it's not good for you. Correct? So that's the point. So now I able to understand how Krishna is trying to take Arjuna into the higher and higher path of consciousness. Good. If you learn Bhagavad Gita like this, what will happen to you? You will realize much faster. Okay, so we will stop the class here, but in the next class, we come straight away start, and I want to complete minimum 20 to 22 slokas so that we complete chapter 3 in the next class. Okay, so we will conclude Karma Yoga. So there are 43 slokas in Karma Yoga, so we'll complete all of them. Yeah, so we'll complete all of them. We'll also try to tell you the slokas that needs to be memorized. You will quickly go through all those slokas also so that we become memorized. Now we will understand Karma Yoga. So how we will understand Karma Yoga? We'll summarize. We'll summarize as a story. How Krishna is taking Arjuna. We'll summarize in the same form. Then Karma Yoga will be very strong in your heart. Anytime you ask, Prabhuji, here if I make a mistake, you'll say, no, Prabhu, this is what it is. What, Prabhu, you're telling me this. So that's how we should all become. We should all become leaders. Leaders setting an example to the whole world about what is spiritual life. Okay? So when you become strong like this, then what happens? You will not fall for any sentimental things that are being told. You will not be worried about your children doing this or that. You will not worry for small material things. You will know how insignificant these are. That is the beauty of your conclusion. Once you see all these material enjoyments are very insignificant in life, then you see that you're already into higher and higher planets. That's all. Liberation will wait at your doorstep. Okay. Any questions on Zoom? Any questions on Zoom?
No problem, Prabhuji.
Was it clear?
Yes, clear, Prabhuji.
Okay. Did you all learn it properly?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. So we'll end the class here. We will see you all next week. Okay. Grandhara Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Nitya Gaur Premanande
Jai.
Prabhyasya Siddha Paditya Vaishnavebhyo
Namo Namaha.
Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
So people on Zoom, please read the purports, sloka 3.16 to 3.25, all the purports. You will understand subject much more deeper. So that if you have any questions, please come and ask in the next class. Okay?
Sure, Prabhuji. Sure.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavata.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, we have to do Pushpa.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ
Mike. What's it? Namaste, Saraswati. Namaste, Saraswati. Krishna Vasai Mundale Srimati Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Sri Vishabhami Devi Aikaya Kripadaye Krishna Sambandha Sri Motaya Dīnadāne Rūpāgavritta Siddhanta Sambodhe from Nirdesh Sajjan Priya Vishnu Sarvabhauma Sri Jagannatha Yate Namaha Om Aham Vadanyaya Sarvema Pralayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanyaya Name of the Krishna Panchatattva Krishna Bhakta-rupa Swarupakam Bhakta-varam Bhaktyam Namani Bhakta-shaktikam Hey Krishna Sindhu Nilmantavyan Pade Gopesha Gopika Kanta 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 Namaste Vatsarvashva Bhagavan Sriman Rasa Bhakti Bhagatastita Krishna Venu Svane Gopi Gopi Anata Srila Sutona Sabdakanchana Gauraki Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwabhanu Devi Ami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vyasa Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Now 3 times offering. After every pranama, you can offer once. You can offer to the lotus feet. Today's lotus feet. This offered in Mayapur. He wore it and then he gave it to us. Namo Vishnu Padma. Mate Jaya Pataka. Namo Vishnupadaya Shamyasai Pundale Srimate Jaya Pasaka Vami Dinamini Mahachakya Jaya Papunatame Kauvakata Ramadaya Nagalamani Desha Pushpanjali Namo Vishnuvaraya Namaha. Krishnaaya Bhutale. Srimate Jayapataka. Swami Dinamine. Namaste Prabhupada. Yadar Prabhupada. Pushpanjali. So today we will be speaking Guru Maharaj notes. So don't switch your mind to Guru Maharaj. God, the students is evening game, so there won't be a fun now. So follow according to the symbol. Samsara once there were
Yes, there are three Rupal, there is three Rupal, the motivation of the heat, Namachari Raja, Spati, space for the station, so three Ram and Namachari go the heat. So there are just a go without our Puja, we go heat. No way to know in Swara heat, but the Sisri Radaman the heat. All glories to the all glories to the all glories to the His Holiness Swami Maharaj ki, Vyasa ki, Jai Guru Premanande, Jai Guru Premanande, Jai Guru Premanande, all glories to Krishna, all glories to Krishna, all glories to Krishna. Please.
Hare Krishna. So today, new devotees. So Brahman and so
but there's one part I will this one then that's one. Now, you know, from Canada. It's small, but they are small.
So today's Mishnah and also
Today's menu is made groundnut steam and salad. Then single company has made sabudana. We have barley palau, raita, then coconut burfi, yellow pasta. For the participating study for tomorrow, in the calendar, it's only please take the pass by having general brain pressure, the later mistake.
Did you hear the announcement? Fasting always from 6:14 to 6:20 the morning. Start at sometimes should be early. Especially